ESPN docuseries Last Dance has become a huge binge-watching experience during the lockdown, and Michael Jordan admits it shows him in a different light. Apparently, it turns out he's only human, and he's okay with it. Take a look.
When people see this, they're going to say, well, he wasn't really a nice guy. He may have been a tyrant. Oh, well, that's you, because you never won anything. I wanted to win, but I wanted them to win and be a part of that as well. It is who I am. That's how I played the game. That was my mentality. If you don't want to play that way, don't play that way. Break.
Did it surprise you to hear this from him, Sonny?
It did, I think, because, you know, we remember back to all those commercials, Be Like Mike, and it was very aspirational. And I think most people just remember the phenom of Michael Jordan. And, of course, he's just the best at the game. But by all accounts, he was also somewhat of a bully to his teammates. And I think that you can achieve greatness and still not be a bully to your teammates and not berate your teammates and taunt your teammates and still perhaps get the best out of them in a different way. And so that was surprising to me that we learned, or that at least I learned that about him.
Right. Megan, you're not the biggest sports fan, but you were really into this documentary. What struck you the most about it?
Yeah, my husband told me to watch it with him, and he said it's like the Real Housewives of basketball, and it's amazing. Like, 90s basketball had more drama in it than anything I've seen on reality television, and I actually really was endeared to Michael Jordan. I obviously grew up with the Suns with Charles Barkley and Kevin Johnson and Dan Marley and people like that, but I didn't actually read it as him being nasty or mean. I thought he was so focused on his craft because he's a genius that he didn't have time for anything else, and it shows how it like eclipsed the rest of his life, that he was so focused on just winning and being the greatest basketball player in the world. And oh, sorry, I hear someone in my earpiece. But maybe that's why he became the greatest that it was. But it's incredibly compelling television. I totally tell everyone they should watch it.
Yeah, me too. Joy, I guess, Joy, you have something fast?
Well, if you have time, I don't know how much time you have, but I was just going to say that, you know, sometimes you have to be, okay, but I don't think that, I think that you need a little edge sometimes in your behavior at work, because if you're too nice, people walk all over you. I was thinking of Jimmy Carter and how nice he was as a president. He makes a great human being and post-presidential, but they made a living room out of the guy when he was in office, because I think he was too nice. Right. And by the way, usually it's women who are getting the label of being bitches and what have you, because they're maybe perfectionists. I think of Barbara Streisand versus, let's say, Dustin Hoffman, who was also the same way, but you hear about Streisand all the time. These people are just trying to do the great job, and they're brilliant at it.
Yeah, I agree. Michael Jordan was the greatest player. He wanted everybody to have the same fire that he had, and sometimes you got to light the little piece of dynamite like Bugs Bunny used to do and put it underneath the thing and wake people up and get them running. You know, LeBron James probably has a lot to say about motivating people and sometimes how you have to be. But we don't have that issue here.